My previous videos were reviews of Magic Boy BT and Bao, but now it's time for Araki's next work, Gorgeous Irene. Like his previous manga, G. Irene was originally part of the Shonen Jump lineup in 1984, but this is also his shortest manga. The story only consists of 2 chapters, but introduces Araki's eventual fabulous style seen in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Irene is a 16-year-old girl who is a very capable assassin, utilizing a martial art known as the Death Style. What makes this assassin technique unique from all other fictional arts seen in manga is the usage of the feminine charm being makeup. With her makeup, Irene is able to transform herself into any age, acting as a magical girl transformation, as she tends to develop more adult features as she changes for battle. For whatever reason, she also seems to hint at sexual arousal when using her battle makeup. Most of her prowess comes from controlling her enemies' movements via hypnotism, with a mix of perfume and dancing. And in JoJo fashion, Irene tends to pose throughout the entire fight, making very fabulous imagery. There's not much else to say, as both chapters mainly consist of fights filled with over-the-top moments which Araki is always known for, but this series was probably meant to be very outrageous. For example, our first villain of the series is a gigantic woman who can use this chewing gum that can change into a blade. Another enemy also bears supernatural powers due to her tattoo. As for Irene as a character, not much is explored, as Araki seemed to have lost interest in working on this series. According to the JoJo wiki, there's a statement where Araki thought of himself as very ignorant towards women. Upon examining the series, I can understand what he's saying. In my opinion, Araki felt that Gorgeous Irene was too much of a woman stereotype, with the best example being the makeup power. Not to mention, the character Irene is described as a skilled assassin, but a very gullible person, to the point where it makes her seem somewhat stupid. I'm not sure whether this personality trait was supposed to be a running gag or an intentional weakness to the character's unbeatable fighting style, but since there's only 2 chapters, there's not much to discuss. If the series were to run a bit longer, then we could have seen Irene's character more fleshed out. Despite having some background information about her family roots, there still isn't much to say about her. Given the little data there is, I can't say whether she was a good character or not. It may seem stereotyping for a girl to use a very feminine weapon, but it could still work if given the proper writing or scenarios. In the end, I just want to see more of Gorgeous Irene, as it seems like an interesting idea that got scrapped away too early, but bears a lot of resemblance to another manga and anime series. If I were to compare Gorgeous Irene in character, fighting style, and tone, it'd be the Go Nagai series, Cutie Honey. Cutie Honey is the magical girl series for men, as it features a superhero stripper being the warrior of love, Cutie Honey, and her constant battles against Panther Claw. In short, if you want to get an idea how Gorgeous Irene could have been, I would recommend watching the 1973 anime of Cutie Honey, as it bears the same level of absurdity, violence, and fabulousness as Gorgeous Irene. Not to mention, Cutie Honey can also transform into various disguises. Another option is watching my friend's video of his recommendation of the various Cutie Honey series. On a final note, Gorgeous Irene also includes 2 of Araki's one-shots, being the western poker game Armed Poker, and the sci-fi story Meet Virginia. Lastly, an extra chapter of Magic Boy BT is also included. While Gorgeous Irene is an incomplete story, it does offer an insight on a more fabulous mindset of Araki, and shows his gradual improvement as a writer, as seen with Jolene Kujo from JoJo Part 6 Stone Ocean. I'm the manly anime hero, and I review manga so you can read it.